Hello, y'all. Welcome back to the podcast. So, on today's podcast, we're going to talk about how to make some more money, honey. Y'all know I am a money queen and I'm always looking at ways how to increase your income with what you already have. So, I'm not going to have you create anything new. I'm not going to have you create a new program or a new offer. I'm going to break down how you can use what you already have existing inside of your high ticket programs or courses and make additional income off of that. So this will probably be a quick episode, but let's just dive right into it because you got money to make and you got clients and students to serve. Okay, so really quick though, over the last, I should probably have totaled it up before we started this episode, but over the last 2.5 years or so, I've used this method to create literally $10, $20, $30,000. $40,000 cash injections in my business within a weekend or a week or 2 weeks. So just know that it's not that you necessarily have to create anything new all the time. You can really squeeze the orange juice out of the orange of what you already have created. This will allow you to serve your clients and make more money and be able to really just serve at the highest level as well. So let's get into it. So the first way that you can really make more money with your existing coaching offer or course is, if you haven't already, I would recommend offering a downsell. So what do I mean by a downsell? A downsell is a really good way to give your client part of the program or a self-study version or a less access version that they can get into if they can't buy your fully high ticket thing. So for example, one of the things that we downsell is that if our clients can't afford or they're not in a position to invest for a full 5-figure offer, we have a 4-figure downsell so that they're able to buy the course self-study. Okay, so we don't present that option necessarily forward facing. It's not on our sales page. It's not in any emails. It's something that when our team is having the conversation behind the scenes, the lead or the potential client is learning about it through that conversation. Okay, so that's really important for us to have that conversation manually versus having that information floating all around the universe. Why? Because we know that the best option typically is going to be fully immersed into the group coaching aspect, but sometimes people can't swing it. And sometimes when we're selling our downsell, not everybody's going to be a good fit for the downsell. So we always keep integrity. We have integrity with what we sell, which is why we like to have a conversation. So for some of y'all are course creators, and that's perfect. So typically your course is going to be a passive evergreen funnel. So you're not really doing DMs or sales calls at all. So typically what I recommend is to have an email that goes out at the end of your sequence. So if it was a 5 or 7 day sequence, they didn't buy, I would have a tag set up in your email software to tag them to send them the downsell sequence, which should just be one email with an option to purchase the downsell, and they only have 24 hours to purchase it. I've seen that work really well, and that can be a limited time access, or maybe if you have a course with a Facebook group, they don't get the Facebook group, they just get self-study. So that would just be an email. Okay, so that's the first way that you can really squeeze additional income. I wouldn't say squeeze, that's not the right word. That's another way you can increase your income by off an existing offer, by offering a downsell. Now, let me answer this question to you because I know it'll come up, is, well, what should I sell it for? So my recommendation, and I got this from one of my coaches, Cole. So, and it's something that I've played with and I've actually kind of tweaked a little bit. So his original recommendation was half the price, half the time. But I personally found I want people with a little bit more skin in the game. So we don't do necessarily half the price. We'll do half the time, but like 60% of the price. So say, for example, if my program was $100,000, I wouldn't do, like, it was 12 months. It's not, but if it was like my main group program, not now, eventually it might be. But say it was $100,000 and it was 12 months. So if somebody wanted to come in for 6 months, I would say it's $60,000 versus like 50. Okay, so I want a little bit more skin in the game. It still costs the same amount to deliver, and I have them for less amount of time. So personally, for me, I do about 60% of the full price for the downsell. If they want half the access in the group program, And again, that's for a very selective type of person, somebody that is quick, fast, what have you, and that we know we can get quick wins for. So that's the first thing. Now, the second way to increase your coaching income, especially a lot of y'all are funnel queens like me, which is amazing, is to actually sell on stories and sell on email. So I had almost a 10K one weekend when I was selling my then, it's not called Leads on Autopilot, but it used to be called Social Selling Ads. It's our ads course. And I basically sold it over a weekend. It was actually last year when I was in Florida with my friend Kara in St. Petersburg. And I was selling on stories. And basically how the sequence went was this. So I asked my audience on a story a really powerful question. I said, have you noticed the algorithm is struggling to show your content? From there, the next slide, I kind of pled my case on why that's happening. We're now in a pay-to-play era. The algorithm isn't on your side anymore, and it's not going to be. So I basically pled my case. The third slide on my stories was talking about what you need to do to actually get people to, see your content again. And my solution was ads. And then the fourth story, I made a call to action and I said, the doors are open for, 48 or 72 hours. And we have super flexible payment plans. So get in. And we ended up being near a 10K weekend just off of those 4 stories. Okay. So if you have an existing course or an offer that you're not selling or making offers on stories every day, you should. And you should also be selling via email. And we found that, especially products like selling on stories, like a direct sell, products between 27 and 2,000 work really well selling on stories. Like we'll get sales all the time. Sometimes I'll pop up conversations that convert. Sometimes I'll pop out leads on autopilot. It's open for 48 hours or whatever. Even if it's evergreen, we'll open it up for a couple of days. Maybe we'll do a flash sale. And you don't always have to do that. But looking at your offers that you have and actually giving people a reason to buy on stories. It's so crazy. So many people forget that they can use stories or their feed to actually sell their products. They think that everything has to go through the funnel or everything has to go through the ad. Especially for running Instagram ads, and the way that I teach them is getting people right into your inbox. And a lot of those people follow you. You are growing your Instagram audience and your email list. So you should be using those tools as platforms to sell. Okay. Now you should only sell, you should also be giving value and sharing about your life and aspirations and educating them, but you can everyday sell as long as you're also matching the value. Okay. So have it selling stories every single day, make it a daily part. If you haven't done it, maybe start off 2 to 3 times a week and then eventually start selling every single day, and also making sure that you're getting value, educating, etc. And then as far as email, I would do a really strong call to action once a week via email. And then I would send out, 1 to 2 other emails during the week that talks about an aspirational, a storytelling post, and then also an unpopular opinion or a thought leadership email. And then from there, the doors are open to whatever you're selling that week, which is typically maybe it'd be applications to your high ticket offer or a sales call, or you could do a flash sale of your course for 72 hours that you already have created. That's the second way. Now, the last way that you can increase your income, and this is something that so many people don't think about, is offering a order bump or an upsell to an existing offer. This is a game changer. So when we added this in, we took the average, at the time when our program was 10K, it's not anymore, but when it was 10,000, we took the average cart value from 10,000 to 11,000 by literally adding one thing that only cost us an additional $200 to our bottom line. So we made what do we make? We made a 5X return on our ad spend. I mean, after tax and stuff, we're probably just doubling our money. But for the most part, we offered what we did at the time is we offered either a done for you text setup or a done for you Facebook ad setup to our offer. So, and that was $1,000. It was such an easy yes. People that were paying in full or doing a payment plan, they both could buy that. And that immediately took our lifetime value. We bumped our lifetime value by 10% just by adding that order bump. So that's another way you can increase your coaching income, basically without much thought, is by offering something that you can outsource for somebody else to do. Like, I don't necessarily do our done for you setups. I used to at the beginning, but not anymore. And I pay a fee, $200 to $300 for that, and then we profit off of that. But the goal there is like our client now doesn't have to go find somebody else. The person that's doing it is trained in our methods, and they have access to that pretty much instantly once they enroll. So that's a really beautiful part of offering that order bump. You also can offer something like, if you don't want to offer your time, you can offer something that they don't need to get the result that you promise inside of your offer, but something that could help them get the result faster. You want to think about what's going to make it easier for them, simpler for them, or faster for them. And that could be a set of templates. That could be like one of my clients, she's giving away an entire resource library that they don't need, but that she has paid somebody to create for her, and now she's making additional income off of that, and additional, however many couple $100 in profit just off of that resource. So if you have an existing course or high ticket program, you can add something that's not going to necessarily take up your time. And if it does, make sure you outsource that as quickly as possible. But adding in something like that, that'll allow you to be able to essentially make additional income, serve the client at an even higher level, and it doesn't necessarily cost all of your time, is a win-win. So that's going to lead to increasing your income pretty much overnight. So that order bump, 1 out of 3 clients, 33% of our clients bought it at the time of purchase, and then another 10% bought after, which is amazing. So that's kind of worked really well for us to increase our income. So when you look at this holistically, when it comes down to increasing your coaching income, it's about looking for the small nuances and the small day-to-day that is going to allow you to make more income and make more offers to your people every single day. One of the biggest issues is that people just don't make enough offers. They don't ask enough for people to buy. They don't make enough offers. They don't give people a reason. Especially a lot of times on social media, you have to keep reiterating your message and your offer over and over and over and over and over again. And that 15th time maybe when it clicks for that one person, and it may be the first time for somebody else. So you think about it, if you're bringing new people into your audience every single day, they're not going to know that you have something for sale. So unless you have an evergreen funnel running, which even if you do, you still need to be making offers, right? We just had 4 enrollments for our Leads on Autopilot course in the last couple of days, simply from me posting on stories, making 2 posts, sending out 3 or 4 emails, and doing a quick live training to update our webinar, which I didn't even have to do. We would have still made the sales without that. So just know that you are the creator of your income. You are the creator of your reality. And David Nagel said this best at our conference recently I went to. He said, you have the ability to create income at will. Okay, so this is also, as much as it is a strategic thing, it's also an energetic alignment to be able to create income at will. As an entrepreneur, this is what you embody every single day. Okay, so I want you to realize that income is available to you. Literally, there's opportunities right underneath your nose that you have that you're not even realizing. Okay, so go make an offer, go sell something that's already existing, go break apart your course and sell it piece by piece. The opportunities are endless to increase your income, but I would start with the 3 that I gave y'all today. And you can drive an additional 10K from that alone in the next 30 days easily. Okay, especially if you have traffic and leads, because there's going to be a certain part of your audience that's never going to buy the high ticket thing. A certain part of your audience that, feedback we got was Lattice, I just want the ads, which is why we have Leads on Autopilot, right? So there's going to be, look for those small pieces of your audience or the juiciest thing that you get asked about that's included in your big high ticket offer, and separate that out into a self-study and sell it self-study. Okay, I wouldn't necessarily sell it front facing all the time, but you can launch it to your email list quarterly. You can sell it on a flash sale. You can talk about it on stories. There's so many options and opportunities to make additional income. You just got to put your mind to it, because trust and believe the money is there. So if you found this helpful, send me a DM and let me know. Go try this out. I love when you guys let me know if something's worked for you that I've shared on the podcast. Definitely let me know, because y'all know we're all about increasing our income, making more money, and serving people in our highest good. So I love you guys. I hope this podcast was helpful, and I will see y'all in the next one. Go make some money, honey.